Hello, I hope y'all are all having a great day. It's November 8th. Um, and yeah, so today I do have a little bit more than usual to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll get right to it. And yeah, so gonna start off on the GFS model here on Tropical Tidbits. Oh man. Wednesday is when things are gonna really start to get interesting. So Wednesday, this is kind of the view Wednesday afternoon what we could potentially be seeing. Let me get Epic Pen here. Uh, Sorry about this. Okay, there we go. So Wednesday afternoon, we have a low up here and maybe another little low right here, according to the GFS, and maybe even some snow mixing in up to the north of Grand Forks, up there in North Dakota. I wouldn't be surprised if we even do see a few flakes in Grand Forks. And we're going to be looking at the potential chance of some severe weather, mainly to the east and southeast of this low pressure right here in areas of Oklahoma. So take a look at the Storm Prediction Center area. They have a marginal risk out for Wednesday on areas of southern Kansas down through Oklahoma and in the northern Texas. It's the only risk we have. So I guess really what we could do is we could just look at the NAM3, but I don't want to do that on Tropical Tidbits though, because really the only thing we can look at is forecasted precip, which I want to look at some other things. So let me get College of Dew page here. It's a good website for looking at some stuff. We're gonna try and use the NAM3. Let's try. So we can see it doesn't indicate a whole lot, but also okay, no, it does. Okay, so Wednesday, this is about 5 p.m. Central Time here because of the time change. We do have a little line of storms from Oklahoma City, even down towards the Red River. That hopefully I am correct. When I say that, I'm pretty sure that's the Red River. Okay, but I'm just gonna stop talking about that. So, kind of have a little line of storms here. It looks the strongest down towards the Oklahoma City area. And let's take a look at dews, because pretty important for severe weather here. So let's just get this to load, and so we can see we do have dews in the 60s. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we even have a little damaging wind threat all the way up into maybe Kansas City. But definitely, it looks like the best severe weather threat will be in this region right here, where maybe we could see a slight risk. I haven't looked at it too much, so I'm not gonna say it yet. But if we do see a slight risk, I'd say it would be issued for probably maybe this region right there. Let's take a look at instability here. We'll look at ML Cape, pretty much our best bet here. Because as you can see, instability may be a little bit on the limited side. We might have a decent bit of capping too. So this is Wednesday afternoon, of course, coming in the Wednesday evening. We do have a little bit of instability around around 1,000 Cape, around 1,000 joules, maybe even around 200 up in the Kansas City. I think mainly in Kansas we're gonna have a damaging wind threat. I think that's our best bet in Kansas. Damaging wind threat. Down towards Oklahoma, we're probably gonna have a damaging wind being the predominant threat. Maybe a bit of some hail, maybe a bit of hail. Okay, I said that wrong, but maybe a small hail threat as well. I don't think we can. No, we can't take soundings on College of Dew page. I don't think. I'm not sure. I don't think we can. So yeah, we take a look at. We're not gonna really look at any of this. Let's just go back to precipitation here, and so the NAM3 seems to be going. I mean, kind of thinks. I mean, this definitely looks like a damaging wind threat mainly, but maybe we could get a few. Maybe we could get a supercell or two to go off in this region. Here, according to the NAM3, it kind of has that. It's going to be a bit hard, though. It's not a good environment for supercells. But we'll have to see. I would not. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't. I'm not sure if we're gonna see a slight. To be honest, right now, I give it about a 50-50 chance. This severe weather threat doesn't look that great, to be honest. But it is there, and it is something to watch. That's good and not good. Uh, it's not good that we're seeing severe weather in this area. And Oklahoma got hit pretty hard. Central Oklahoma got hit pretty hard in October. Um, but yeah, so let's go back over to tropical tidbits here, and maybe we could. Yeah, I do think we're gonna get some snowflakes around Grand Forks. If we don't get it with the first part of the storm system, we could get it on the backside. Maybe areas like Fargo could see some flakes all the way down to Minneapolis, Rochester. Maybe getting down towards Madison and Milwaukee. We'll have to see. And then we have the lake effect kicking in Friday night in Michigan into New York, PA, and Ohio there. We could even see that Saturday, even some good lake effect. And this next thing I want to watch. And we're likely gonna see this. We could be getting our first real snow for areas of the Midwest as we go into the second half of the weekend, as we go into Sunday here. I mean, even Saturday afternoon, we could see some flakes across North Dakota there. And then GFS indicates some pretty good snow falling in Minneapolis, much of central Minnesota, even towards Rochester. And then we can see this low is a pretty good track for some light snowfall across this area. We see this a lot in the winter. Very frequently we see this. It brings like a good 1, 3, maybe 4 or 5 inches in some areas. Now if we see 5 inches, it's kind of uncertain. But I think we could see some accumulating snow. We can see Sunday morning it is snowing in Madison, Wisconsin. Even Chicago getting in on some of it. I don't think we'll get. I mean, the GFS does not have it getting down to Peoria. So that's that. We still have lake effect going on Sunday morning in the Northeast. And then we just have this coming in Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. Look at this. It is a mixture of rain and snow for a good portion of Michigan, Ohio, PA, and New York seeing some snow as well. The 540 lines all the way down to Kentucky. It's going to be cold later this weekend, into this weekend in the east and central part of the U.S., with the exception of the south central part or the southern plains. We can see Monday we have a little reinforcing cold front that is associated with this. So this brings more cold air to the southeast. Look at this lake effect. We're going to see, I think this is going to be a pretty snowy weekend definitely the most snowy one we've had so far this season. But we can see we have lake effect even still Tuesday morning on the GFS. So that's pretty significant. And the GFS indicates a very big storm system mid next week. Now, if this happens, that's uncertain. So we're not going to talk about that. But let's just take a look at the Euro and see what the Euro has for this whole storm system here. So we can see Wednesday afternoon, it does indicate maybe a few flakes up to the north of Grand Forks, maybe even in the Grand Forks. We can kind of have a low here and a low up here. On that backside, we could see some snow showers in Fargo, Grand Forks, down to maybe Rochester, Minneapolis, Des Moines, Chicago, maybe even in the Madison, Wisconsin. We can see this low is on the Euro, though. Look at this. It's spinning out here. This is Friday afternoon now. This is a very good-looking low. I'm not going to lie. This looks really good. We got the low there. We got the wraparound moisture here, snow showers and that kind of stuff. Even some rain showers. Maybe an occlusion here, cold front out here. It's definitely starting to spin out right here. So I mean, it's definitely starting to fall apart. This is a classic thing these storm systems do. I've seen this a lot just in the past 2-3 years. Really, since I started looking at models. I started looking at models in about sort of the end of 2018. So that's when I kind of got into weather. Well, I was in it before, but I'm not going to get into that now. But you can see a lot of rain for the Northeast and colder air coming down into the southeast. This is going to be really our. I think we probably have two cold fronts with this as well. And then, yeah, we can see it definitely falls apart. And then we have our next winter storm, which is the GFS, or the European, my bad, is a bit different. We can see we don't have as much snow up in this area, just some lighter snow. Then we see Saturday evening now. Let's see what it has on Sunday at 06Z on the GFS. Practically the same location. Okay. It's a good sign. We have a cold front there, some snow showers. Still not as much snow. And we can see if you do have a Sunday afternoon, we have our low here. Not as much snow once again. We have a very clear cold front, which we kind of lack with the GFS if we don't really have that. And we also have more snow, like I said before. And we don't really get much snow at all. This comes into the northeast. It brings that cold air behind it. We can see the 540 line making it all the way down to Augusta, pretty far south. And that low kind of swings up into Canada. It falls apart a bit there. It doesn't really fall apart for a bit, but according to the GFS, you only kind of move us over here. Maybe northern Maine could get on that, not the GFS, the European. Maybe northern Maine could get on that big snow. We'll have to see, but the European's much different than the GFS with this next storm system. So we'll have to see tomorrow which one of these models kind of changes, whether if it's the GFS or the Euro. The GFS, let's take a look at snowfall here. This is not the best ratio to use. This is the 10-to-1, but yeah, we could be seeing a decent amount of snowfall. Euro is probably different, though. One little quick note before I look at snowfall in the Euro is it also indicates the storm system coming into late next week, and wow, that'd be probably we could see if the Euro happens, we'd see a severe threat of that. But I wouldn't know. I wouldn't really say much about this yet, but maybe mid next week we could see another storm system, just maybe. Now let's take a look at the snow on the Euro. Once again, we're kind of stuck with using the 10-to-1 ratio. Euro's definitely going with a bit less snow here. We can see relatively, that's Minneapolis, kind of that area. Not a lot of snow, maybe around like 1 to 3 inches. Up towards Grand Forks and Fargo, there may be like 4 or 5. Overall, this is for the next week, really. The Northeast, we can see some localized, pretty decent totals from lake effect and in the interior Northeast. Not really coastal, though. Coastal, I don't think is going to get in on the snow for... we have a good... I think we still have a couple of weeks before we see any snow or good, like accumulating snow in coastal New England, like Boston, in that area. But yeah. So I do think we're gonna see some. Well, I don't think we're gonna see some snow this weekend. First of the season for many. So that's kind of good. Now let's talk about the temperature side of things, because it is going to get pretty chilly for much of the country. So we can see Friday afternoon. These are temperatures in the afternoon on Friday. 20s in North Dakota, freezing, making it all the way down to northern Iowa. 30s to Indiana, Michigan. Pretty mild across the south and the southeast, up into the coastal northeast here. Chilly across the interior northeast, and then just pretty much cold for the rest of the country, with the exception of the southwest. Saturday morning, look at this, widespread freeze coming down into North Georgia, northern Alabama here. 20s, even down into southern Illinois, southern Indiana. Pretty cold. And then Saturday afternoon, look at these temperatures on the GFS here. Not even making it out of the 30s. In central Illinois, central Indiana, most of Ohio. That's pretty significant for this time of year. We're stuck in the 20s up in Fargo and Grand Forks. Around freezing in Bismarck. Let's go over to the Euro. Kind of see what the Euro has. I guess sometimes the Euro is a bit better with temperatures. I've noticed that for sure. We're not a bit too far. Yeah, so Saturday afternoon, the Euro is pretty similar, maybe a bit warmer. Um, we can see it is much cooler in the southeast. We can see 50s in Atlanta, Birmingham. Pretty sure that's Tupelo. Pretty sure. And we can clearly see that cold front. Sunday morning, we can see 30s down into central Georgia, the lower country of South Carolina. Maybe even getting into some teens up in North and South Dakota in some locations. Not really widespread. Sunday afternoon, still once again not making it above freezing in these areas. Up by Fargo and Grand Forks. We can see Sunday the Euro clearly see that second cold front here. And that's really gonna bring in the cold air for the south and the southeast. We can see Monday morning, pretty cold. We're in the 30s in Atlanta and Birmingham. We could see very cold up in North Dakota and South Dakota. Monday afternoon, look at these temperatures. Maybe not making it out of the teens, according to the Euro in North Dakota. And this is about a week out now, so I'd take these numbers. I wouldn't really take these numbers seriously. We can see it's going to be cooler. We can see we have 40s in Birmingham, Atlanta, 50s on the coast, 50s along the Gulf Coast. So it's going to be much cooler as we go in the next weekend across the south, the southeast, the central U.S. and the east, or in the whole east. So yeah, that'll wrap up this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will be back tomorrow. But yes, goodbye.